As soon as Xiao Yan entered the Zichen Su Ling pagoda, a familiar smell came to his face, and the light beside him shook, and Zhang Lao appeared beside Xiao Yan. I haven't heard of the Imperial class pill for thousands of years, but I didn't expect that there are still such low-level pills now. Xiao Yan's alchemy Zhang Lao naturally knew that as soon as Xiao Yan came in, he appeared beside Xiao Yan and said with a sigh, "Low-level." Xiao Yan raised his eyebrows. Although Dipin pill is said to be very low level above the duty continent, it is still a pill after all. It is of great use to most one-star duty. Generally, no one in Dezhou dares to say that Dipin pill is the lowest level pill. Of course, only high-level alchemists dare to say this. If a person who is not even a pharmacist is not a person, unless he is the overlord of one party, who else would dare to speak like this? Unexpectedly, the old man in the blue robe in front of him actually said so. Could it be that he's also a pharmacist? Senior is also a pharmacist? Xiao Yan asked in surprise. Old John glanced at Xiao Yan, snorted in his nose, and said with disdain, quite proudly, "Alchemist? What is a pharmacist? Your so-called high-level pill is not a fart in my eyes. What is the second product of the Emperor and the third product of the Emperor are all bullshit." When Xiao Yan heard this, he couldn't help but cough dryly. He didn't say anything about Zhang Lao's words. He held back a look at Zhang Lao. Zhang Lao's identity was not clear to him, and Xiao Yan couldn't detect Zhang Lao's breath. These made him quite suspicious, and he immediately asked, "Then what are you?" "I can't remember what I am. Anyway, in my memory, the alchemist is bullshit. When you get to the third level, I believe you won't think what a powerful existence your ancestor Xiaolong is." The third layer? Hearing this, Xiao Yan recalled that in the information that poured into his brain at the beginning, the Zichen Su Ling pagoda was divided into 22 layers. The second layer was the practice layer, and the third layer was. Suddenly remembered. The third layer is the medicinal material layer. Xiao Yan's eyes lit up, and he called out. Xiao Yan was extremely curious about this tower. After that practice, Xiao Yan faintly felt that there seemed to be something sucking on this tower. Haha, work hard. When your strength is stronger, there's still many things waiting for you to discover. You first absorb your pill, and then go to the second layer. Xiao Yan nodded. The second layer is the exercise layer. Is there any exercise higher than burning decision in this exercise layer? Xiao Yan couldn't help thinking that if it weren't for the burning decision, he might not be able to get to where he is today. Xiao Yan walked slowly to the center. In the center of the qi refining layer, there's also a figure with a trace of golden thunder and lightning. This figure is awesomely long, who previously entered the Zichen Su Ling pagoda. Xiao Yan looked at Long Yi, who was exuding bright golden light all over, and smiled with relief, without disturbing him in the past. After he was promoted, it seemed that the aura in the tower had also increased with the increase of Xiao Yan's strength. Xiao Yan felt the pressure and gradually walked forward. As Xiao Yan gradually entered, the pressure in the tower became more and more intense. However, this kind of pressure quietly tempered the vindictiveness in Xiao Yan's body. The greater the pressure, the more obvious the effect of the quenching became. Xiao Yan couldn't help but pursed his mouth. This golden pagoda is really weird. Xiao Yan couldn't help sighing secretly. After locating the position, he sat down slowly. He didn't directly take out the pill to refine it, but after adjusting the vindictive spirit to its peak state, he carefully took out the jade bottle containing the eternal pill. After taking a sip of the rich fragrance of the pill, Xiao Yan slowly poured the eternal pill in the jade bottle into the palm of his hand. As soon as the pill was in the heart, the rich energy swept in. Looking at the eternal pill in his hand, there are fine silk-like pill patterns on the surface, each of which seems to have great power. Xiao Yan couldn't help but swallow a mouthful of saliva. Taking a deep breath, he forcibly suppressed the impatience in his heart, and immediately the eternal pill turned into a ray of light and shot into Xiao Yan's body. An energy storm swept in. As soon as the pill entered the body, the vindictive light group in the Dantian directly wrapped the pill in. Inside, his face was calm. Xiao Yan's hands quickly formed handprints. His breathing gradually became stable, and the faint vindictiveness in his body moved in response to his heart. Quickly entangled with the powerful, pure medicinal power, and then began a crazy refining. In the middle of the Qi training tower, the calm air suddenly swayed violently, and a trace of yellowish energy penetrated from the air and then continuously penetrated into Xiao Yan's body. The powerful energy of Wang Guden suddenly exploded in time and began to sweep all the meridians in Xiao Yan's body. Xiao Yan bit his lip, and the power of this imperial pill was also what he expected. Suddenly, there was a muffled sound in his body, and a mass of energy exploded fiercely in his meridians, causing Xiao Yan to snort, and the energy of Daipin pill really came. The energy gradually exploded in Xiao Yan's muscles and veins, and after it exploded, it was repaired at a speed of destruction, burst open to repair, and burst open to repair. Xiao Yan's body was circulating in this way, and the energy of Daipin pill was gradually absorbed. Originally, because there were still some impetuous vindictive groups just promoted, it suddenly became a lot more stable in time. Backed by a strong vindictive energy is wrapped in light yellow energy and is being refined frantically. Although the pure medicinal power is constantly refined, they seem to be in a steady stream. Whenever vindictive energy is refined into a ball of medicinal power, there will be a larger ball of light yellow energy rushing over. With the refining in the body and the continuous injection of vindictive energy in the body, Xiao Yan's vindictive energy in the body has gradually filled most of the veins. A few hours later, the vindictiveness in Xiao Yan's body slowly faded away, and then looking at the vindictive mass in Xiao Yan's body, it became more like a body than before, floating steadily in Xiao Yan's body. The refining of eternal pill is completed. The energy of this eternal pill is much worse than Xiao Yan imagined, and Daipin pill no longer seems to be satisfied with him now. At this time, Xiao Yan felt a little bit about what Zhang Lao had said before. A mouthful of white qi slowly exhaled from Xiao Yan's mouth. There was still a bit of heat in the white qi. Xiao Yan slowly opened his eyes. At this time, his eyes had become more possessed of special charm. It looked like a pool of water, bottomless, that it seems that Daipin pill can no longer satisfy me now. Although the effect is also good, it is much worse than imagined. Xiao Yan felt his current strength and murmured. Daipin pill originally only had a few uses for some of the strength of the one-star emperor, which could stabilize the slightly impetuous vindictiveness. It's not bad. Xiao Yan stood up. The original pressure now disappeared without a trace. After moving for a while, Xiao Yan immediately cast his gaze into the pillar of light in the center of the tower. Xiao Yan couldn't wait. Old John's original figure in the distance was like lightning, and he came to Xiao Yan's side with a few side steps.